Welcome to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Mary Philippi, Executive Director for United Way of Ottertail and Wadena counties.
You know, Mary, the temperatures are cooling a little bit.
Don't say that!
It's starting to feel like we could be approaching the end of summer, but it's not happening.
Not yet.
However, I just gotta say we had so much fun with our Sertoma Club stuffing backpacks at your office for the Stuff the Bus. And the Bethel kids that were there helping, oh, what troopers. They were just so kind and just so neat, and just, it was so fun to see the little ones all helping out. So it really does take a community to make all that happen.
You know, I posted a photo today on Instagram of the Bethel kids, and our office is quite small, and we had hundreds of people coming through our office this year to donate materials, to volunteer, to help us organize, and it gets really loud in there.
Yeah.
And high energy. And I posted today, I'm like, it's moments like these quiet moments where those kids stop and hold their hands together and pray over those backpacks and say a prayer for those students to have a good year. That just melts your heart, and it tells you that hope is alive in our community, and that
Definitely.
that people still love one another and hoping the best for each other. So I love those moments at our office.
It was just, it was fantastic.
Yes.
And of course there is a big need too. So how many backpacks were stuffed, and
Well,
are they headed out to their new homes?
Yes, so far we've delivered Pelican Rapids, Perm yesterday. On Wednesday, I went over to New York Mills, and our partner Brunswick Lund Boats partnered with us to pack over 60 backpacks, and so we delivered those to New York Mills. And then today we're wrapping up Fergus Falls. We're going to bring Underwoods over to their location today at the school. And so our one wonderful board member, Diane Thorson, she's going to pick up Henning and Parker's Prairie and deliver those next week. So we're just about done, but we do have a couple more students to fill today, more than a couple, probably about 100 from Fergus Falls. But we have the Fergus Falls Backpack Mountain in our office right now. And so just a big shout out to everyone who did volunteer, who's donated supplies and dollars to help fund this program. It's 702 children. Is a lot. So
That's
it takes
a lot of backpacks.
It takes a lot to make it happen. So we're grateful to everyone who's helped out with that. And that's a county-wide effort. That's just not in Fergus Falls. We get contributions from every community in Ottertail County and some in Wadena as well. So we're grateful.
Great program, great way for the kiddos to get the school year off started, and just another one of those examples of what the programming of United Way of Ottertail and Wadena County does and the positive impacts you're making in the community. And only happens through, like you said, through volunteers and through contributions. And it's that time of year. It's contribution time, isn't it?
Yes. And so United Way campaign, we're launching our campaign over in Perham next week. We have 3 gentlemen who have volunteered to be our tri-chairs and chairing our campaign this year. Our goal is $420,000. We're already at 5% of that goal, so we're pretty excited about that. And we haven't really started the campaign yet, so that's exciting. But over in Perham, next Thursday, I think it's Thursday the 15th, at the PAC, Dr. Randy Kempfer, Lee Shebeck, who you might remember from the YMCA here in Fergus Falls. He is now the director of the Perham Area Community Center over in Perham, and he's volunteered to be one of our tri-chairs for the east side of the county. And then Jose Alba from Wadena, he works for Tri-County Healthcare. He is also going to chair the Wadena portion of our campaign. So we're going to launch our campaign, talk about our whys. Why do we live united? Why do we support United Way? How does it help our community and bring our community together and make everyone stronger so that everyone is on a level playing field and has the ability to have a great life?
Fantastic. A lot of great things coming from that campaign. And so we of course ask people to give and give generously when that time comes around. And well, speaking of fundraisers, the Chamber has our big it's our second biggest fundraiser, and it's getting close to the Taste of Fergus Falls when it comes to fundraising events for us. But our biggest summer fundraiser, the Golf Scramble. This year it's the Outer Space Open. We'll be on Friday, August 16th. We'll be at Pebble Lake Golf Club. We'll have 35 teams out on the course. We've probably got another 30 or 40 volunteers. And thank you, Mary, for volunteering for our event.
Looking forward to it.
It's going to be a super fun event. We still have some opportunities available for folks to donate prizes, and that is one of the things that makes it a great event for our teams, is that they have the opportunity to win a lot of awesome prizes too. So great prizes, great food. We'll have Zen's Creative Catering doing baked potato bar and salads for supper, all kinds of prizes throughout the day, and it's just a great fundraiser for us too. So we want to thank all of our great sponsors for making this happen. Minnesota Motor Company, Service Food, and Quality Toyota are our corporate sponsors this year, so they've really stepped up to make it a super fun event. And so if you do happen to see some aliens around or space creatures or astronauts on Friday, August 16th, don't be alarmed. Should be a great event.
Yes.
Well, and speaking of great events and things happening in our community, we've got a super unique and a new member joining us on our show today. Amanda Davison is going to be here. She's the founder of the nonprofit A Wife Like Me. You may have seen some information on Facebook or in the Daily Journal, or maybe you attended their launch event, but today we're going to hear a little bit more about the organization. So stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break.
The comfort and safety of your home is what matters most. Here at Park Region and Otter Tail Telecom, we want to help you have peace of mind wherever you are with Nest Home products. From an alarm system to the learning thermostat to security cameras and even the Nest Protect, your home can be more than just four walls and a roof over your head. Come into our offices to learn more and get a first-hand demonstration of the family of Nest security products. We're here to serve you beyond the connection as your local Nest Pro installers.
Well, welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm here with one of our newest chamber members and special guest today, Amanda Davison, with A Wife Like Me.
Yay!
Welcome to the show, Amanda, and well, congratulations on starting a nonprofit, writing a book, and doing all this stuff with regular life going on.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot, but very good.
Yeah, and recently you had a launch party at Dining Car 423 for A Wife Like Me. Tell us a little bit about what we're launching.
Well, we wanted to locally launch our nonprofit, A Wife Like Me, here locally, so that locally we would have a more awareness of just who we are and what we're doing. So yeah, the event went well, and we had just so many people coming in and just showing their support. But really, we are a locally born nonprofit and ministry with a global reach. So I founded A Wife Like Me, but I oversee 20 different contributors from across the country who write and speak for the nonprofit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing that that's all here in Fergus Falls. And tell me a little bit about like the goals or the purpose or why you founded A Wife Like Me.
Yeah, so the mission of our nonprofit is to lower the divorce rate by strengthening existing marriages through the hearts of wives.
Wow.
So yeah, and I started it honestly because I wanted a divorce myself. In 2012 I was getting my master's in marriage and family therapy, but I wanted a divorce, and I was obviously
surprising, huh?
Yeah.
When you find yourself in a situation like that.
Yeah, and frustrating because I thought, well, if I'm supposed to be helping other marriages, how am I going to do that when I can't even help my own?
Right.
So that was hard. But really it was through that process of kind of coming to the end of myself and trying everything that, I had been trying to where I came to the place of where I realized I couldn't do it on my own.
Sure.
And so then coming through my grad program and starting working with wives one-on-one and helping them and just hearing that they felt the same way that I did, it really just started this speaking and writing ministry. And then from that, I knew that we could not do this, or I could not do this on my own, and that in order to really make an impact, we needed to link arms and work together on a united front. So that's where A Wife Like Me came, and we've been working together now for just over 2 years, but the nonprofit has just been a year. So.
Literally brand new, and like you said, you've gone through a lot of these experiences and wanting to share what you know, the experiences you have, and those with others to help them strengthen their marriages too. So it's not a point where people say that divorce is the only answer.
Yeah, and oftentimes, the culture we live in today is saying that, and that's what I heard, and actually that's what I would have said. I would have encouraged myself back in 2012 that, Amanda, you deserve better, and you can find someone else better. And my husband was amazing, but it just wasn't enough for me. So yeah, we're up against that loud voice,
right?
From the culture just saying, oh, you can do better. So it's a big challenge, but a very important one.
Definitely. Well, and as part of the nonprofit, like you said, you've got contributors from around the United States. Now, how are folks finding you, gathering this information?
Yeah, so we're online at awifelikeme.com, and that's our website. So we write there. We have blog content there for many different wives. We have different wife groups, we call them.
Sure.
For just whatever season you might find yourself in. So on the website is one place. And we're very active on Facebook. We have our main A Wife Like Me page, and then we have a closed group. It's called A Wife Like Me Gathering.
Okay.
And then so we're on there too. But every Thursday we actually have a show on Facebook, and so we're live. We are interviewing different speakers and authors,
Sure.
just women, real women who are wives and who maybe are struggling, maybe in the thick of it, maybe who have gotten, found relief from that and now are on the other side of that struggle, whatever
Sure.
it is. So we're on Facebook, on Instagram, and also we are going to be launching a podcast here in a month too.
Wow.
So we're excited about
That's
that.
exciting too. Well, and a lot of times too, I think as women, as wives, sometimes we think that everyone else has that perfect marriage, but we don't always see those challenges and struggles that go on at home, that type of thing. And here you've got a true support group of people that maybe aren't your next door neighbor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what I think women are craving, is that authentic community, not a community that has it all together.
Right.
But we're very vulnerable and real with what we're struggling with, but then also offering actual hope and truth in that. So it's been great to see that community grow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of times people say a marriage is, two partners. Well, we're the women, we're the wives. We only know the one side, so we can work on that.
Yes, yes. I mean, I always say that the hope is that our husbands will obviously grow, will obviously change, will obviously, step into all that God has for them as husbands. But we can't change them and we can't control them. And so we can do our part and we can do what we can do. So that's what we focus on.
Right. Well, and one of the tools that you have, or one of the things that I think is so exciting and just such a great achievement, is you've already got a book out. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we released our first book. It's called Dear Wife, 10-Minute Invitations to Practice Connection with Your Husband. And that was just a work of love. But we heard from wives as they were coming into our community. Every wife is asked the same set of questions, but one of them is, what do you struggle with most as a wife? Or what would you change in your marriage if you could change one thing? And
Sure.
Overwhelmingly, wives were telling us, I want more time, I want more connection, one-on-one time, face-to-face time with my husband, and I'm just not getting it. We're too busy.
Sure.
So we said, well, what are we going to do about this? How are we going to help these wives? So we put together Dear Wife in short segments so that wives can really open that up and get practical help right for where they are. First, by looking to the creator of connection himself, Jesus, and how he created connection with people.
Yeah.
So we look at 26 different ways he practically did that in his life. And then we challenge the wife to also connect with Jesus in that way. Maybe if
Sure.
it's new to them, or maybe not. Maybe they're a mature Christian and they've been walking with the Lord their whole life. But it allows the wife to connect with God in that way. And then we challenge the wife to go to her husband and create connection also. So there are 17 authors. I'm one of them. And it's just really, it's a collaboration of love. And what I've loved hearing is that women have enjoyed hearing from the different wives
Sure.
and just the different stories and seasons, and so it's been really great. It's been great.
Well, like you said, different seasons. You've got newlyweds. You've got folks that are maybe in a second marriage. You've got maybe folks that are retiring, empty nesters, wives with little children, big children.
Yes.
No children. You name it. I mean,
Yep.
there are a lot of different areas, and every situation is a little different too.
Yep. It's been great. Yeah.
So the book is available, of course, in Fergus Falls.
Yes, it is.
You can pick it up at the market.
Yes.
Which is a fantastic locally owned business here. And like you said, we just had a launch party. And you've got some other plans for as the nonprofit grows throughout the years too. Can you give us kind of a preview of some of the things that you're thinking about?
Yeah, well, we're dreaming big, but yes, we're dreaming big.
I think connecting more people to a wife like me, so that people understand what it's more about, and helping to build marriages up rather than tear them down.
Right, and we have a big goal. We want to reach every wife, so we need support in doing that. But really, we plan to get content and truth out to wives by going to every state. By 2036. So we want to provide wives a community and an in-person gathering experience, growing with God where they live. So this spring we're going to be doing our first gathering in Fargo, actually, and then we're going to be here in Fergus at some point. And we've done smaller ones here in Fergus, but we want to get to every state, and then we'll again be launching our podcast, and we have plans to just get more resources out. For wives too, so lots going on.
And I think one thing that is so noteworthy is the positivity. Mm-hmm. You know, the yes, we all have challenges, but positivity and the resources and the knowing that someone else has been in your shoes, kind of thing. So and having all those resources, again, like you said, 20 contributors from around the United States, where you've got made connections with people in how many different countries?
44.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So Amanda, if folks want to find out more, of course they can pick up the book at the market. Mm-hmm. But what other ways can folks connect with a wife like me? And what, if folks are watching, what can they do?
Yeah, so connecting with a wife like me, the easiest way is just by going to our website, awifelikeme.com. And there's so much information there. You can read about our story, you can meet our contributors on there, you can read our content and just kind of get a feel for our heart. But we also have a page on the website for supporting the nonprofits. And right now we're looking for actually local sponsorship that would like more of a national reach. But also sponsorship for our event that we're going to be having in Fargo, and really just partnerships with whether it's an individual, families, organizations. We do reach 120,000 wives every month online.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and so we're just now wanting to step into that and partner with organizations that want to expand their reach. And so you can find that information and get connected with me on our website at awifelikeme.com.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on everything you've achieved so far, and what a journey. I'm sure it's been since 2012.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's real.
Yes.
And we encourage folks to get connected through social media, the website, pick up the book. And we look forward to hearing more from you about A Wife Like Me.
Thank you, Lisa, so much.
You bet. Thanks so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll be back after a little break.
From our earliest moments
To how we live.
How we work.
And how we play.
we move forward.
And though sometimes we go forward alone, community means pushing forward together.
We're stronger together.
Together we celebrate our wins.
And accept our losses.
But together we can make life more beautiful.
Than it already is.
Join us and inform, unite, and excite our community.
Well, welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. I want to thank Amanda Davison with A Wife Like Me for joining us today, and encourage folks to get connected. If that fits the world that they live in.
It's great to see an organization starting in Fergus Falls going global like that.
Oh, it is
exciting.
It is pretty exciting, and we've got a lot of talented people in our community, a lot of great resources, no matter what your challenges are, or if you just want to serve as an example, get connected with a wife like me. And like I said, a lot of challenges people are facing, and United Way, one of your roles is sharing information about that. And you've got an event coming up. It'll be this fall, but it's time to put it on the calendar.
Yeah, we already have families and individuals registering for our next community conversation, and our next conversation is on dealing with children's mental health. And we all know that children struggle sometimes with depression, sometimes are looking at suicide as the answer for solving their problems, and we want to find as many resources as possible to avoid that. So during these conversations that matter, we're going to have two expert panel members, Nancy Jose from West Central Initiatives, and she oversees the early childhood initiatives for many communities within our region.
Right.
And then also we have Colleen Kennedy from Lakeland Mental Health, who works a lot with children and has many resources and thoughts about what we can do to help children. Also during that day, we'll have lots of resources around the room so that when we're done with our conversations that matter and our table exercise, you can visit with the resources there. So we'll have Lakeland Mental Health, Someplace Safe, Lake Region Healthcare, and many others who will be providing resources that day. I'm excited also, one of our table exercises is going to be with Lake Region Healthcare. Jason Bergstrand and Natalie Knudsen are going to be talking about the Thrive Initiative.
Fantastic.
And great ideas on how to inexpensively or at no cost help improve your mental health.
Fantastic. And the date and time and place again?
October
for this?
22nd is going to be at Grace United Methodist Church, and that is from 11:30 to 1. Lunch is going to be provided. The tickets are $15 a piece.
But it includes lunch?
It includes lunch, and
That's
you
a
can
deal.
register on our website, and we have some great sponsors, Bank of the West and West Central Initiative as well. So.
Fantastic. Well, if you want to find out more about this event as well as anything else going on in the community, I invite you to check out the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com and click on the events calendar, where you can also learn about many of our Chamber member organizations like United Way of Otter Tail and Wadena Counties, and A Wife Like Me, and Otter Tail Telecom, Park Region Telephone. So get connected through fergusfalls.com. Well, Mary and I want to thank you for joining us on the show today, and we'll see you again next week.